River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Niner Nuts. It is our second episode of Free Agency. I called an audible. We didn't do a second one last week, but that's why we're here on what would be an off week, because we had quite a few signings we need to talk about since the Mike Evans signing. But before we get there, myself, Mr. Eric, and Mr. James, all of us are back. James, after his 3-month sabbatical, it feels like. It's good to have it back, man. How are we all feeling? Especially James. How are you doing? We haven't seen you forever.
It's good to be back. It's good to be healthy. I'm excited for this off season. As an Eagles fan, of course, but I'm just glad to be here with you guys. My two best football buds I got, so I'm just glad to be here, that we can get together and talk football, 49ers football, whatever. I'm glad to be here back with you guys doing that. So
hell yeah, it's good to have you back, man.
Yep, good to have you here.
Oh, and James, you didn't see, I got the new cancer hat.
Nice.
If you didn't see. Just showing off for the YouTube people too. I really love this hat. No, nothing selfish about that.
I like the shirt that you have on.
Oh, thank you. It's
me or him.
Well, both of you actually.
Your shirt's great too.
Yeah.
Get people to go on YouTube. We'll just leave it there. You have to go on YouTube and get our view count up.
Yeah. Yeah. Every week I'm going to start calling out visual things that make people look at the show visually.
Yes. All right. So with that, I don't have the list of everybody up to have on the screen, but I do have the list on my phone. And where to start than the guy we would have talked about if we were taping on Thursday. We made a trade. It's John does do trades every now and then, remember. He will. And this one, at face value, I can't wait to see what you guys think about this. At face value, I think this is a pretty good steal and a good trade. We gave up just a 3rd-round pick. I think it was pick 92, if I'm not mistaken. So now we have a first, a second, and 3/4, and that's it. Unless we got I don't think we got a pick with him, but we traded with the Dallas Cowboys for defensive tackle Osa Odigizua, who is in the second year of a 4-year extension that he signed last year with Dallas. He was an outright free agent, and he signed a 4-year, $80 million deal. And so he's in the second year of that. No extra rookie year to tag on from last year. And from what SpotTrack said, Dallas is covering the remainder of his signing bonus. So we just have to worry about his salary, which is like 16 and then 18 and then 20 or something like that. Like it wasn't like a straight 20. So
right.
We're getting a captain, a pretty top tier defensive tackle, all for just a singular 3rd-round pick. And
I kind of like that,
You should be familiar with Odigizua, like seeing the Eagles play Dallas twice. You should know a little bit about him.
Well, no, I don't, because he doesn't affect our game. But I don't know who he is. But if you're talking about this is a captain, a top tier defensive tackle for a 3rd-round pick, I mean, what are we even talking about? John and Howie are now like the king of trading 3rd-round picks. Why? because if you lose this guy in free agency 3 years down the road, guess what you're getting? You're getting a 3rd round pick back again in a compensatory pick. So like this is like the new NFL. Like if you can give a 3rd or a less away for a guy, what are you even talking about? I mean, because the minute that he walks away and walks away in free agency, you get a compensatory pick. As long as he's not like on the edge of retiring, and you're trading around that pick, this guy's going to be on another contract after this one that he's currently on, then yeah, a 3rd round pick. Like, it's when you get into 2nd and 1st round pick areas is when you're like really giving up something for somebody. So John's really not. He's giving up the 92nd pick in this year's draft. But what's that going to be 3 years down the line if this guy, hey, we liked him, but we don't want to re-sign him, so we're going to lose him in free agency. We're going to get a 3rd round pick, compensatory pick, which might be what, 105, 106, So you're losing what, 13? Like, come on. Like, are we really going to complain about losing 13, picks, over this guy? Like, I think it's a really, really good trade by John to give a 3rd round pick for a defensive tackle that's a captain, that obviously was a big part of Dallas defense, and now is probably going to be a big part of the 49ers defense.
Oh yeah, by the stats I saw, he was a fringe Pro Bowler. Excuse me. Very, very, very good at pass rushing. Okay at run stopping. Way better at pass rushing. And yeah, you got the character check mark that John looks for. He was a captain, and we financially can take him on with a big boy contract he already got from Dallas. So the mathematicians got that seal of approval. And we've needed a defensive tackle like this for years. We haven't had a real veteran defensive tackle since Armstead left. Like, Eric, what do you think about this?
Well, I think it's a great move on a couple of fronts. I mean, one, I agree with James. I think, and I touched a little bit on the last podcast. I mean, I think anytime that you can give up a draft pick for somebody that is a good, solid value and is a player that you really want and that you're targeting and that you believe in and that you think is going to really produce for your team, I'm all about giving up a draft pick for that, because to me, the draft is just such a crapshoot anyways, and you never really know what you're going to get out of the draft. So, yeah. So, I mean, to me, if I have this 3rd round pick or a 4th round pick, or, I mean, I would even say 1st or 2nd round picks, depending on what you're going for. But in this case, this 3rd round pick, if you feel that strongly about what this guy brings to the table, then I'm all about giving up that pick for this individual, because you feel a lot more confident about what you're getting in your return. You've seen him play. It's been demonstrated. You know what you're getting. Whereas, you could be spending that 3rd round pick on a defensive tackle in the draft, and you just have no idea what you're getting. So I like that aspect of it. I also like the contract aspect of it as well. Dan, you kind of touched on that a little bit. He's $16 million guaranteed this year, but then after that, everything else is non-guaranteed. So, I mean, if we don't jive with what he's doing this year, or he doesn't perform this year or whatever, we can cut him and there's no lost money on that situation. He's just comes off the cap and it's just over and it's done with.
Yeah. Thank you, Dallas, for taking on the cap hit of his signing bonus.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's an easy out on the contract as well, too, if it doesn't work, if the 49ers need to blow things up and move on. I mean, we maybe talk a little bit more about it as we go along, as we discuss some more of these signings or whatever, but it's very clear that the 49ers are all in on this season with the signings that they've made and the moves that they've made this season, in terms of signing Evans and signing this guy, and a couple of the other moves that we're going to talk about going forward. They've shored up, a lot of areas that were problems for them last season, and they've really invested some money in those spots this season to try to make them better. And you don't do that unless you're really going for it and trying to win the Super Bowl. So I think it's a great move, and I'm very excited to see him out there playing and wrecking havoc in the middle of the defensive line. I mean, putting him opposite or beside Bosa or whatever, I think is going to really free him up and give him lots of opportunities.
Dude.
I was wondering, do you think, okay, because you're kind of saying it, Eric, that the 49ers are all in. Do you guys kind of think maybe that if the Niners don't at least get to the NFC Championship game this year, that maybe because I've said it, that John's job should be on the line every year that they don't make it to the NFC Championship game with the talent that they have. But do you think that maybe this is the year that they are going to say, John, you need to at least get here with the talent that you are acquiring, or maybe we part ways?
No, not this year. John has had, and Kyle, they've both worked equally well on the field and off the field. Take this year just for example, where it was like 2020 and the floor fell out. But unlike 2020, where the record showed, which really the record could have been worse for what it was, with how busted our roster got, John was still able to find depth, and Kyle was able to maximize it enough that we got a road playoff win and made it to the divisional round.
Over the Eagles.
Yes.
Over the Eagles.
John,
is it really saying that much over the Eagles team that we really had out there? I mean, we had the talent, but we really? I mean,
it would be so uncharacteristic after watching this regime for 9 years to that would be a fascinating documentary in itself if somehow something poisoned what we were doing and it all just crumbled. I just don't. At this rate, 9 years in, with the consistency that they've had, say since 19,
not making Super Bowl wins.
I don't. We've had such a consistency since 2019. 17 and 18 were both rough years, but since 2019, outside of 2020, we've had such a consistency that's better than say the Steelers' consistency. We're not just settling on 8-8. When we make the playoffs, we make the playoffs and make a run for it. But I don't know. We're not kind of treading water in a mediocre way.
Let's just play hypothetical for a second and think this is now, what is it? So it's 2026. So let's just think this is March of 2027, right? And the Kansas City Chiefs have had another bad year.
Oh, good. Yeah, I like this scenario.
Another bad year under Andy Reid, and they want to move on from Andy Reid after a second bad year in a row, and Andy Reid doesn't want to give up coaching. And all of a sudden, the 49ers, who maybe didn't make the NFC Championship game in 2027, this past year, are and John's there, Kyle's there, Jed York is this town desperately needs some juice to get excited, and maybe we get over the hump with a young Brock Purdy, right? Maybe, you get another year out of Mike Evans. You have maybe you get another year out of George Kittle in an Andy Reid offense. I mean, just imagine maybe that world, that hypothetical. Do you think that maybe John is going to stick with Kyle, or they're going to part ways and they're going to go with Andy? Do you think in that situation that they make a play for Andy Reid?
Only if Kyle wants to, or if Jed York says so. If Jed York steps over John, which he has every right to, that would be the one way that I could see it happen. Unless Kyle has some huge factor way off the field, like some family tragedy. It's got to be something that level. It's got to be something that level.
Kyle, something that level, or do you think maybe just this, especially with this year, like Eric saying, it seems like they're going all in, and they come up short in the divisional round. Like, I'm not saying they get to the NFC Championship game. I say they get. Let's just say they get to the divisional round, and they're ousted by, I don't know, Caleb Williams and the Bears. Let's just like you see Eric's face, right?
So painful.
Face. How
Don't
painful.
roll your eyes. The Bears are gonna be very good this year. Don't roll your eyes.
Painful.
Look at how painful Eric is at that.
That would be painful.
Tell me, Eric, would you not welcome a new regime in Andy Reid to come in and maybe revitalize this offense and make it hum on a level that we've never actually truly seen before?
I mean, there's very few coaches that I would replace Kyle with in the NFL, and I mean, Andy is one of them. So I mean, that's fine. But I mean, it's a crazy hypothetical. So I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, I don't think that the 49ers, I mean, I think to Dan's point, I mean, it would take some sort of intervention of some sort to make that happen. But I mean, I think that they would explore the options of that if that had occurred. It's been such a partnership between the two of them. That's all I'm getting at, is that they've truly been at this together, and they've gone through some lows together. They've gone through some hella highs together. And like, that's a hell of an ask to replace somebody to just fill in those shoes that Kyle and John wore so comfortably together. It's going to be an adjustment period. It's got to be a unicorn signing.
Remember, Andy Reid is GM coach combo. So
I didn't know that. I thought Kansas City had a GM.
He's a GM coach combo. So we're talking Jed York comes in and says, "Sorry, Kyle. Sorry, John, but we're going to move in another direction, and we're going to go after Andy." And they go after, and they push all their chips in and say, "We're going with Andy to take over this. I mean,
there would be worse coaches, yes, but
there's a lot worse coaches.
I don't foresee that happening without some really bad, something horrific has to happen this year. But I get what you're asking, and yes, Andy would be a perfectly fine replacement.
Yeah. All right, who's our next free agent, Dan?
Yeah, we need to. See, this is why we were so happy, because of these fun hypotheticals. I am going to bury the lead with like the big one for like the celebration at the end. The next one I want to mention is we have a new nickel corner. I did a little research on him, and when he's not injured, it is nickel corner Nate Hobbs. James, if you do not know this guy, Eric and I were talking off mic about him. He was a solid starter for the Raiders, had to like work his way up, but by the time he got to the end of his rookie contract, he was a starter, and he became a big free agent name before the 2025 season. And he signed a nice, I think it was like $16 million a year with the Packers, and he got hurt most of last year, and then they just cut their losses on him. But on paper, if he's healthy, in theory, it looks like he's going to be competition with Upton Stout to be nickel corner, or we're going to try to take those traits into the back and help Jair Brown at safety. Like, that's kind of versatile, being a nickel back, unless they think Bernardo Green needs help at corner. But
yeah,
bottom line, we got a cornerback, and on paper, I keep saying, he's not the tallest, but he's very lean. He's graded very, very high in run stopping. And again, like most of it.
Great. That's what everybody needs when the whole league passes like that. Like,
when you have a very specific set of skills when you're supposed to be a nickel versus an outside or a safety. I mean, you can interchange with safety, but
you're a nickel because you need 5 DBs because they are going to pass the ball. Who cares if you can stop the run? Like, seriously, no, I'm dead serious. Like, if you're a nickel corner, you're supposed, and you're a good nickel corner, you're good against the pass. That's your job. That's what you're there for. That's your nickel. Who cares if you're good against the run? I don't want a nickel corner that's good against the run. I want a nickel corner that's good against the pass.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be both as a nickel corner, actually, I think, because, I mean, a lot of times what happens is teams will come out in that nickel defense, and then the offense will then audible into a run, right? So then you've still got to be able to go out and you've still got to be able to tackle, and you've got to be able to make plays as that nickel corner, right? You can't be just out there and be like, oh, I can't tackle anybody now and be worthless defensively. So, I mean,
when they see Nate Hobbs on the field, is they're gonna option to pass, and they're not gonna run.
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't think Dan is saying that he stinks as a defensive back. I just
he
think
had
that
he had notably high for a defensive back run stopping numbers.
Yeah,
and he was perfectly good as a pass defender. I don't remember, I didn't have it memorized, but I just thought it was interesting that he was noted as a good run stopper as a corner, because that's just rare.
Yeah, I think it's good that we signed him. I mean, I don't think to James's point, I mean, everybody passes now, and so I don't think you can ever have enough cornerbacks on your roster. I mean, you can have 6, 7, 8 or whatever that it is, because I mean, eventually they're all going to get hurt or some way, shape, or form, and you're going to need to call them up on your roster. I mean, we were playing with our 4th and 5th corners at some point in time last season in various games. So I mean, you know, having that depth there is going to be important. So I don't think it's a bad sign in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that I don't necessarily know that I want to see him replace Upton Stout, because I thought Stout was really good in his rookie season. I mean, he made some mistakes early on, but he seemed to play a lot better as the season went along, I thought, and he made some big plays throughout the season and things like that. And he was really to be funny, stout in the passing game. So I mean, maybe this guy is going to be transitioned to the outside to pick up where you were saying Dan Renardo Green, because he was not so great as the season wore on. I mean, he got pulled a couple times, get yelled at by Kyle on the sideline. I mean, there was all sorts of stuff going on there. So I mean, I don't know where they're going to slot him. I don't know where they're going to put him at some point in time, but I'm fine with that. Like I said, you can't ever have enough corners in my mind. So
you mold
you can never have enough corners.
You mold iron with iron, man. Like, I'm not opposed to having another starting level defensive back, like, just for the camp battle. Like, that's just going to make people better. Like,
yeah, I mean, you need to get guys that are going to come in there and be good against the pass. That's just it. As much as we saw Bulls run their way to, a Super Bowl, we know that that's rare in today's league. And we still know that to win a Super Bowl, you need, still in today's league, you need to pass the ball. And I know what the last 2 Super Bowls that we have seen have not been conducive to that. We've watched but we know every year pretty much Patrick Mahomes is in it. You know, you have Matthew Stafford in it. You have these passing quarterbacks and people who can pass the ball. And the object, you have to be able to stop the pass if you are going to be an effective defense in the NFL.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. A big part of that, we're just a pass happy league now. But we'll see how it shakes out in camp. But just at face value, somebody that was good enough to get a big boy contract, like, no, he wasn't the highest paid corner, but he got a big boy contract. Green Bay let him go for God knows why. I don't know why.
Yeah, but Byron Maxwell got a big boy contract too.
I mean, if they just wanted to rip the Band-Aid off,
big boy contract doesn't mean anything to me. Okay.
So no, I mean, yes, it is curious why Green Bay let him go after just 1 year. If it was just because he was injured, like, that seems kind of petty to me. But I don't know their cap situation or anything like that. We got a starter level defensive back to fight in camp now. That's what I'm looking at, and I'm very excited for that.
What was his deal, Dan? Do you remember?
It was a 1 year, I think $8 million.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
you're not talking about the big boy contract. You're talking about the contract.
The big boy contract he got in Green Bay was like.
Oh no, I wanted to know what his deal was with us. That was what I wanted to know.
It was like a 1 year $8 million.
I wanted to know the big boy contract that he got.
It was like 14 a year, I think.
It was 4 years, $48 million.
Okay, so 12 a year. Okay, I was a little high. That's still not bad. Must not have had a lot of
his is only 1 year, $4 million with us.
Oh, I thought, okay, I was way high on both of them.
So
Damn.
$4 million is.
Ooh,
Do you know numbers, Dan?
that's a steep pay cut.
You know numbers.
25% pay cut.
Brain taking effect right now, and it's like numbers just out of.
Well, see, you're gonna notice a trend. Osa, we can get out after 1 year, literally, like with no financial repercussion. Nate, we have on a 1 year contract. The next guy, I want to keep. I want to talk about this guy before the ad, and then we'll have the obvious signing we're burying the lead with. But just today, March 16th, James, I think you saw that in the group chat too. We signed a second wide receiver to fully close the door on Juwan Jennings coming back. In addition to Mike Evans last week, today we signed former record-setting contract wide receiver Christian Kirk to a 1 year deal. Eric, I can't remember what the deal was worth. It wasn't worth that much, but he has been in the league for a excuse me. I think this is his 9th year, and he's just turning 30 in November. So
you're telling me you don't need to pay somebody $30 million a year to come to San Francisco, only to Jacksonville.
Yes.
Yes. That is correct.
Yes. I am very excited about this signing because he doesn't need to be the number one with us. In Jacksonville, he had one good 1,000-yard season, but he clearly works better in an ensemble where he doesn't have to be he can be the number one if the matchup is right, not leaning exclusively on him in a number one. So I'm now seeing Mike Evans outside, Ricky Pearsall inside, Christian Kirk outside, or hell, put Christian inside, Ricky outside, Mike on X, and then Jake Tonjes until George Kittle comes back from his Achilles injury. That's a pretty damn good repertoire of receivers there, honestly. If the pressure to be number one's not on Christian, I could see him performing well.
Yeah, his deal is 1 year, $6 million. I think it's
another
a good
flyer.
Yeah, it's another good signing. It's another good way to get out of a deal after a year as well. He's been a decent level receiver. I mean, we all laughed and made fun. I mean, if you could go back and watch the podcast from whenever it happened, we would all make fun. We all made fun of his contract signing when it occurred back in the day. So, I mean, that was absurd that he got paid $1 bajillion to go play in Jacksonville. He's got $80 million in career earnings, by the way, which is just absurd.
What was that at the time? We were laughing that he was getting like 22 a year or something like that,
or maybe $18 million a year.
So shall we just combine them and say Christian Kirk Cousins and just make them like one massive quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he's a steady player, and I agree with you, Dan. I mean, as long as he doesn't have to be the number one receiver, I mean, he can put up numbers and be a good slot guy. I think he can be a good third receiver, maybe even a second receiver if Ricky's injured. But I mean, I think he provides. I mean, I just talked about the league being a passing league, right? I mean, same kind of concept there. We got to have defensive backs because you got to have 1,000 defensive backs because everybody's passing. Well, you got to have a bunch of receivers because everybody's passing as well. So, I mean, I don't have any problem with signing another receiver into the fold to try to get somebody in to add some more depth into the Niners locker room. I mean, we basically have got, Evans and then Pearsall and then Demarcus Robinson and then 2 rookies sitting behind them. So, I mean, they're not rookies anymore, but you know what I'm saying. But to bring in somebody with some veteran experience and stuff that can help with the team and things like that, I think it's a good move, especially for a cheap consideration like that. It's a little sad that it does put the hammer on Juwan Jennings coming back. I mean, that's the end of that. But clearly the 49ers had a number that they were looking at to pay for essentially a third receiver. And Juwan wanted more than that, and they found a guy who was willing to take that number, and so they moved on. And so
they got 2 receivers under that number, according to a report I saw today, because Mike Evans, without the incentives, is $14 million a year, and Kirk is $6 million a year. Juwan wanted that combined.
Yeah, Evans' actual cap hit for next year is like $4 million. Is all his cap hit is.
No, we literally stole him. The max value of the contract is 62, and the salaries alone were like, I think 42 or 48, something like that. Like it was the AA, whatever 14 times 3 is.
I mean, Mike Evans is going to be catching passes with one hand because he's got a cane in the other. But
come on, he's only 33. That's not bad.
I mean, come on, man.
I will take a half-strength Mike Evans over a lot of receivers in the league.
He's, you know what? He's still 6'5". He's still 240 pounds, man. He's still big. That's all he needs to be is big.
His wingspan is literally my height. Like, have you seen that man with jump balls? It's just stupid.
Okay. 1 year, $4 million for Mike Evans, I guess is
1 year for $4 million for Mike Evans is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I guess at 33, I guess, yeah. Okay.
He didn't break the bank for us, and Christian's not either. And I am excited about Christian, but I think we did talk for just a second. Like, if this truly means Juwan Jennings is gone, like there is going to be a part of me that misses him because his attitude got the better of him every now and then. But it was kind of fun having an enforcer on the team, and there were times that, and I will still stick up for him, that he deserves to be in that. I'm very surprised that the Rosenhauses haven't gotten him a $17 million contract. Like, I think he has a phenomenal case, like, because he can do it. But I don't know. The market's telling me that I'm wrong. So, I mean, what do I know? But
yeah, the market's just not there for receivers this free agency season. I mean, everybody is getting lowballed from a receiver perspective. So, I mean, he's not going to get $20 million a year. It's just not going to happen.
I mean,
no, and I feel terrible for him because he came from a 6th round pick, and yeah, those first couple of years were not great, but the last 2, arguably 3 years, he proved he can carry the load of a 2A or a low end 1. Like, he's a pretty damn good receiver, and I don't know, I feel bad for him.
I mean, the top receiver in the market right now is AJ Brown, and like that people are trying to get. You know, they're not even trying to grab the top free agent wide receiver because they know that someone like AJ Brown is out there for trade. You know, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But
I mean, okay, AJ Brown over Juwan, yeah, I would take AJ too if I can make the trade happen. But that's AJ Brown, like. But no,
exactly. Like you're telling me, okay, you could spend. You know, what does Juwan Jennings want? He wants 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. What
he wants, he will settle with 20.
With AJ Brown, you could probably, you trade in that. You know, when you look at the top big boys that are in the market for a receiver, they want AJ Brown. They don't want Juwan Jennings. You know, they don't want. And that, yeah, I'm sorry. He'll probably get 15. We'll see.
Oh, if that at this rate, it's already been a week. He'll be lucky to get 15.
Yeah, he's going to sign a 1 or 2 year deal somewhere. That's about it.
Another prove it deal. 3rd year in a row, he's on a freaking prove it deal. I just feel bad for him. I mean, his pay has gone up because he was at like 2 million and then went to 8, and I think last year we paid him 12. Like, it's been going up. He's getting, but no, I don't know. He had 9 touchdowns last year, and he's struggling to latch onto somebody for even probably 12 million. Like, yeah. I just feel bad for him. I think he's getting treated a little disrespectfully in the market. But I mean, if the Rosenhauses can't get him money, I mean, I guess I'm wrong. They're the best agents in the league.
Yeah.
Bob Sugar, baby.
Well, we need to take a brief moment to James, you haven't heard this ad, I don't believe. Or no, just remember.
I have seen this ad once or twice.
Okay.
What do we have? An indoor football team that we support now?
We do, and their ad is loud. I'm just giving you the heads up and the listeners because I can't. Sam gave me this loud, and I can't quiet it. So just we do have a very brief sponsor break before our last big free agent signing. So here we go. Yes, the Columbus Lions are sponsoring the show. Sorry, you
Columbus
got
Lions. No, like they're actually right outside of Fort Benning, Georgia, where I did my basic training at.
Oh, right on.
Not only did I do my basic training, but I did my AIT infantry and airborne school training. So I am very excited to support the Columbus Lions. Let's go, baby.
Hell yes. The schedule is here on the website. The website is columbuslions.com. You can you can start following their socials there, check out their ticket pricing. Their suites available last I saw on here. You can start getting in on the action now before the season kicks off. I will be on paternity leave when the season starts, so I'll have plenty of time to watch AAL football. And stay tuned here on the Shady Sports Network. There is going to be AAL programming here. The exact shows, just follow the socials for what those are. We'll give them plugs. But yeah, support the Columbus Lions. We're very thankful that they support us in the Shady
Let's go
Sports.
Lions, baby. Let's go.
Yes. Have a great season this year, guys. Okay, so now we have to talk about the biggest signing that we've had so far, I would argue. No disrespect to Mike Evans, but the Denver Broncos went ahead and opted out of the remaining years of the contract with Dre Greenlaw, and for $7.5 million for 1 year, he is back on our roster. We have Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner back covering the middle again. That was the best time. He just did not fit with the Broncos. Dre just did not. He did, yes, he had an injury like to start the season, but he got suspended for disciplinary reasons for one game, I remember. Excuse me. He went viral in the playoffs because he like yelled at a ref after the game was over, and he got fined for that.
Oh my gosh, Dre Greenlaw doing inappropriate things.
Yeah.
Who would have thought
From
an Eagles fan?
Passion. but Dre is back. Luke Gifford said that he is going to give 57 back to Dre Greenlaw, like no questions asked. Like I saw it on Instagram that like 57 is Greenlaw's, and then he said, "I'm going to get you a great Christmas present," something like that.
Well, he better come through. We need to keep track of that. We need to make sure. On top of that, we need to make sure that he gets a good Christmas present.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But oh my God, Dre Greenlaw is back, dude. I was so sad that we lost him, and it really wasn't for that much money either. But now he's back. We're at a number we agree with. I think deep down he wanted to come back like no matter what, and we just kind of we didn't lowball him, but we didn't match the 12 that he was or whatever he was making in Denver. Like, come back for a year, like prove that you can stay on the field for a whole season. Get your buddy Fred back. He's going to be healed from his ankle injury, and just go tear up the middle of the field like you did 2 years ago.
Hold on. I'm calling my friend Big Dom to see about Dre Greenlaw coming back to the 49ers. Big Dom doesn't care.
Eric, is this I feel as excited about this as you were for Mike Evans. Like I was very excited for Mike Evans too, but we got the next version. We got the second coming of Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman for at least 1 year again. That just makes me so damn happy.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, you immediately called it as soon as you saw that he was cut. You were immediately like, "Oh, come back." And I mean, I was on board with it as well. I mean, I thought it would be a great move if we could get him back for the right price. And I mean, again,
he didn't go with solid to Tennessee.
No, which I was very surprised by. So, but I mean, again, it's another 1 year deal. So something we can easily get out of. Once the season is over, there's no leftover money again like that. But yeah, I think it's a great fit for the 49ers. Obviously, I mean, he was really great when he played for us. He was fantastic in the last Super Bowl until he blew out his Achilles just walking back onto the field at the end of the half there. So I mean, he was just fantastic for them. He tears up the middle of the field. He gives Fred a lot of leeway to do what he needs to do back there by covering the rest of the field. And so they make a great combination there. Now I'll be interested to see how they're going to play inside of Raheem Morris's defense because it's a different scheme and things of that nature. So, I'd be wildly ecstatic about it if it was still Saleh coaching, because he obviously knows how to coach those two guys specifically. But a little expectations tempered just a little bit with the new defensive coordinator coming in, and knowing that they're going to be running a different scheme, and we'll see how that fits and see how that goes. But I mean, he flies around the field, hits people with a lot of force and fury, and plays with a lot of passion. So
illegally, I'm sorry.
So I mean, he's another one of those guys that you do have to attach the tag to, that if he stays healthy, he can be a really good player and a really good factor for the 49ers out there this season. So I am excited about it, and hopefully it turns out to be a great signing for them.
He's just a freak of nature. He brings that attitude. He's like the enforcer that Juwan Jennings is, but on the defense. Like, Fred gets a lot of passion behind the players, and he gets the guys riled up to play for him. Drake Greenlaw brings that exact same energy. I would love to be at the first home game when they're announcing all the starters and you hear Drake Greenlaw for the first time after being gone for a year. That's going to sound so earth shattering. Seeing him run back out on the field for the first time. Like, he's got the right attitude, and he's got the game behind it. Again, when he can stay healthy. Like, we just gotta, I don't know. Obviously, we're not conspiracy theorists with the electro plant, whatever. But if it is like in every other year, and this year we don't have to worry about the injuries because we got through them last year. Like, on paper, knock on wood, all these additions that we made so far, we got 2 experienced wide receivers, and we got Greenlaw and now I'm gonna say his name wrong. Osa Odigizua. We got Odigizua and Greenlaw, and potentially another starter at corner. And then, I mean, jury's still out on Joey Bosa. As of the March 16th, we haven't signed Joey Bosa, but Joey's probably like, I'm not signing a 1-year, $8 million contract. That's probably the only reason we haven't signed him yet.
I mean, who knows? He's an odd individual as well.
Right, that sounds like an Eagles signing right there.
But I mean,
1 year, $10 million for Joey Bosa.
Unless Nick really gets into his ear and says, dude, like, if he convinces him, like, dude, just take the 1 year, fully guaranteed, 10 million, whatever, and join one special year with us, and then you can just go F off wherever. Like, unless that happens, I mean, I don't know. Maybe when this episode comes out tomorrow morning, Joey will sign with us. I don't know, but that seems to be the
shake. Brothers hug.
But no, not to get too off of Drake Greenlaw though, but I'm so over the moon for this. Like, to have our linebacker duo back, that's just gonna pay there's a lot of just veteran leadership that's come into the locker room between Odigizua and Greenlaw and Evans, like, let alone what they could bring on the field. Yeah, because that's clearly like something that John always wants, is just some damn grown-ups in the locker room to teach young guys like how to be a professional, and I really respect that.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, who's doing that for the 49ers now? It's not Drake Greenlaw, right? It's you're not talking about Drake Greenlaw.
So we'll see. I'm glad that he's back. I think it's a good signing for them. I love the fact that it's just a 1-year contract. I mean, a
flyer. All these contracts really are flyers. Even Odigizua's, like, if we, like you said, I didn't realize that the money was, like, the guaranteed money was done after this year, but I'm not surprised now. But that was probably a big factor in trading for him, not just the fact that we needed a defensive tackle.
Yep. So I mean, they're well positioned to have all that money come off the books in 2027. So,
and hell, like, we've even made some money too. Speaking of Nick freed us up, I think 17 million in cap space, or 20 million. So we still have some play money. So,
well, we still got one more contract we got to rework.
Yeah, did we pass that deadline for Trent Williams since we're
I believe so. I'll look it up.
well, if Trent Williams' contract guaranteed, I mean, maybe we freed up that money and are just saying, screw it, this is your last year with us. You're getting 40 million, like no questions asked, and just we'll see if we can get you signed next April.
His option bonus of 10 million guarantees in 4 more days.
Okay, so on the 20th. Okay, so we still have 4 days of crunch time left.
Yep.
James, that's been a big point of debate. When will John and Trent meet in the middle on a contract extension? Because we do not want to pay him like an outright cap hit of 38 million.
Maybe when the next Final Fantasy comes out.
when GTA 6 finally arrives.
Oh my God. Eric, have you seen I forget the actual Simpsons episode, but it was that episode where the guy was talking to Lisa and he was like, I'll be honest, I wasn't even doing that. But it was him with Rockstar on his face, and it said, I'll be honest, I was never actually making GTA 6.
Oh. That's funny. So I mean, we've talked about that a bunch. Trent's not going to give up any money, so it's going to be on John to rework the deal to make it financially feasible for him in some way, shape, or form. So
I'm the best left tackle, and you want me to not be paid that much?
No. You put some respect on Jordan Mailata's name right now. All right.
Mailata is very good. He's
very good. Listen, for 2 straight years, PFF had him as the best player in the entire league. Okay. Put some respect on Jordan Mailata's name right now. Get Trent Williams out of here. I'm tired of this disrespect for Jordan Mailata. I'm sorry. I'm sticking up for my boy.
Fine. He is very good. Same with Penei Sewell. Same with Tristan Wirfs.
Jordan Mailata's cap hit's a lot better. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah.
You would dream.
What is his cap hit? Even 25?
No, it's 15.
What?
Yeah.
How? Why is he not holding Howie's feet to the fire to at least get 25? That's absurd.
I don't know.
The taxes are I don't know. We don't have time to just dissect all that. But no, now that's the last big contract. Like Juwan, I'm just assuming Juwan is gone. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Trent, I think Trent will. I think they will meet in the middle at some point. They've met in the middle 2 previous times, plus the trade with Washington 4 years ago. I think it'll happen, but I think Nick created this cap space like on the off chance that like maybe that was us actually tipping our hand, just like, okay, well, we're not going to let him go, so how can we absorb a 40 million hit for a left tackle?
Yeah, he's going to come back. I mean, they're not going to trade him. I mean, that much is obvious. You don't make all the signings that they've made this season and then trade away your starting left tackle. They're not going to trade him away. So they're either going to renegotiate with him or just eat the cap hit and be done with it. So
yeah, like Trent is worth it. Like, let's get that out of the way. Trent is worth it. Like, yes, he has a little bit of injury history now that, yes, I know you're going to go right to, but when he's healthy, I mean, I don't blame Trent at all because he is still worth it somehow at 38. Just
yeah, but so I think they'll probably get something done. Probably get something done on the last day on Friday would be my assumption. That is when they'll get it all cleared up and worked out. And
they'll get it done like the week before opening day.
Yeah.
No, it has to be done before Friday because that's when his option bonus guarantees, James. So they want to get it done before his option bonus guarantees.
Gotcha.
Right now we're only on the hook for 28, but on Friday that's when it goes up to 38.
Ooh, okay, an extra. Okay.
So this will be done before August. One way or the other, it will be done on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But man, that is what we got for the free agents, except of course not.
Yeah, don't bury the best one.
Yeah, no, our special teams. We talked last week about re-signing Eddie Pinheiro, which I'll just so James actually hears me say it, worth it. I don't see the hoopla about signing a kicker as good as him for $4.5 million a year. Like, do it. I'm very happy to have him back. I'm glad that we got contract done.
You don't want Jake the Make? we'll give you Jake the Make for Eddie Pinheiro. How about that?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Jake the Make.
No.
Man.
I kid you not.
Shaky Jake.
No, we got a cooler nickname. It's now Eddie Dinero, not Eddie Money. It's Eddie Dinero since he signed his contract.
Eddie Dinero. Okay.
And then we re-signed John Weeks, our long snapper, and we have signed former Pittsburgh Steeler punter Corliss Whitman. I believe it was a 1-year contract, probably just based on all these other contracts. But that's because Thomas Morstead retired after, I think he did hit 20 years in the league. Punted with the Saints forever. That was most of his tenure, and then he punted with the Jets for a little bit. But yeah, so thank you, Thomas Morstead, for sticking it out with us for 1 year. But yeah, that was the last free agent signing that we had.
His contract's not up yet, Dan.
Okay. I'm sure it's just going to be a 1 year just based on the track record, but
yeah, probably.
At least as of right now, it's definitely cooled off a little bit since day one. I mean, really, the agency news from day 1 to 2 like free fell compared to other years.
Of course, it always does that. Like the first day, first hour, it's always like you're all over. Like,
no, even it felt. Day 2 felt slow, even for it felt notably slow for a day 2. Like, yeah, it slows down a little bit, but like it felt like we were just trickling players on day 2 this year. I was just kind of surprised.
Yeah.
But the more impactful ones are the ones that are happening right now, that are very quiet, that are very cheap. And then it turns out that these are the better signings than the day 1 ones in some cases. In some cases, this is where the these are really impactful ones, like just very quiet. We'll see Christian Kirk get a game-winning touchdown or 2 is what I'm predicting now.
Okay.
But with that, we have to let you know that we have another sponsor, and that is Royal Retros. What is Royal Retros? Is your go-to place to get yourself an authentic throwback jersey, whether it's football or any of the other major sports, baseball, basketball, soccer. They got you covered. All of us Bay Area fans, you need to check out the Candlestick Collection. It's curated with us in mind. There's 49ers gear. There's baseball Giants gear. And when you find something that you like in general, whatever you find that you like, throw it in your cart and use the promo code Shady Sports, and that will get you 10% off of the entire order at royalretros.com. Again, it's promo code Shady Sports to get 10% off of your entire order at royalretros.com. It helps us out. It helps out everybody in the Shady Sports Network family of programming. One last time, go to royalretros.com and use the promo code Shady Sports. You'll get 10% off of your entire order. royalretros.com. Go get yourself an authentic throwback jersey today. And now, for the first time in 3 months, I don't have to talk about our t-shirts. And I finally started getting good at it. Not really, but Jimmy, brush off the cobwebs.
Well, guys, as you know, we are direct haters of the NFL owners. And basically, it's because when an owner does something, it gets kind of pushed under the rug. You don't quite hear about it, but we all know when a player does something 30 minutes later, after he gets the speeding ticket, we got video footage of Tyreek Hill getting arrested for speeding. So what we're leaning towards that is at one point, the Houston Texans owner was arrested for sexual crimes in Kentucky. He was eventually, I believe, wiped clean. Dan, that's what we found out. He was
he got like a ticket for something mischief. Like I remember the word mischief was in it.
But he was arrested and charged with very serious sexual crimes in Kentucky. And so when that happened, we decided that we were going to direct the funds for our T-shirts and the sales of our T-shirts to Mountain Comprehensive Care Centers in Kentucky. Right now on our website, you can get our owner standards, our less than player standards, #owner accountability. This is our message that we are getting out. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt. You can get that in different colors, different styles, and different sizes. Next up, we have our podcast logo art. You will see this wherever you see us on Spotify or on YouTube, and you see our profile picture. You will see this art. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt, or you can get that in different styles, different sizes as well. Next up, we have our alternate podcast logo art. I have this T-shirt, very nice quality. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt. We have that in different colors, different styles, different sizes. And last but not least, we have our mascot, a peanut, sitting on the couch, eating peanuts while cheering on his San Francisco 49ers. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt. We have that in different styles, different sizes. Donate to Mountain Comprehensive Care Centers today. All the proceeds from the sale of our T-shirts go to Mountain Comprehensive Care Centers. We want you to have a cool T-shirt and donate to a charitable cause at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. The links to the Bonfire store and if you just want information on Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, they're both in the show notes. And also, I've been bad at plugging this, but Sam has created a new Shady Sports website. The link to that is in the show notes as well. ShadySportsNetwork.com, I believe, is it. I didn't memorize it. It's in the show notes, though. But yeah, just click below for that as well. It's a big, massive hub for all of our programming here. So not to undermine the Bonfire store and the good cause that is. But yeah, Eric, you're good at checking the ticker for breaking news. Is there anything worth plugging here at the end?
Dallas Goedert is coming back to play with the Eagles on a 1-year deal, so he'll be back.
Hey,
catch passes.
Goddard.
Whatever.
Goedert.
Big play Slay is retiring. He's done in the NFL.
I saw yeah, that's right. I did see that earlier. He wanted the Eagles or nothing, and he got nothing.
Mad love the big play Slay. Deuces forever.
Yep.
He got 1 ring or 2 rings.
He got 1 ring.
Okay.
But hey, 1 ring. Hey, you're forever a hero if you can get 1 ring in Philly.
He was there for that first ring, right?
No, he was not.
Oh, I thought it was the first ring. Okay.
No, in 2017, our corners were Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby.
Oh, so he was still with the Lions?
He was still with the Lions.
Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
hey, he got the one in New Orleans when you kicked the crap out of the Chiefs, though. So
yes, he was there for that. Yes.
Okay.
And the most interesting signing or movement is Justin Fields is going to be the starting quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 1.
The optimism meter that
the 49ers, Andy Reid to the 49ers.
the hype meter for he's gonna beat the odds like Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna come back. No, it's gonna be Fields. You don't trade for Justin Fields if Patrick Mahomes is actually going to be okay Week 1. That's not happening.
Yeah, no, there's no way that he's coming back. I mean, his injury, unfortunately for him, was so late in the season. He's not going to be able to come back in Week 1. So, yeah, Justin Fields is going to be the starter out there.
His own safety, he should not play Week 1.
No. This is going to be Justin Fields' last chance in the NFL. If he can't function,
you think it's going to be his last chance?
Yeah, if he can't function and play well in an Andy Reid offense, I mean, Andy Reid is the quarterback whisperer. If he can't function and get good quarterback play out of Justin Fields, then nobody's going to be able to get good quarterback play out of Justin Fields, and that'll be the end of him.
No, this is where like very few people are quarterback whisperers. Andy Reid is one of them. I completely agree.
Justin Fields is number 1 overall in your fantasy football leagues.
No. No. No, I mean, if you want to lose, sure, go ahead.
We actually saw that. We actually mentioned that that blurb somebody wrote that Brandon Aubrey is worth a top 10 pick in fantasy because as a kicker he scored more points than like so many quarterbacks, wide receivers. Like,
Well, I would argue too. Like, so if you have a good returner, and your fantasy team gives points for return yards, a good returner is also good to have, and especially if you had, Dan, what we had 14 teams. You know,
yeah,
you kind of need like a wide receiver that's a returner.
Yeah.
You know, in your league when you have 14 teams. So
a Sky Moore, that freak returner from Dallas that's really stupid good. Turpin.
Yeah, you need to like scout those players you know, for your teams. If you're in a 14-man team that gives points for return yards, that's where you want to find, that's where you make your money, that's where you win your championships.
Yes.
Yep.
Not with Brandon Aubrey or Justin Fields. God, that gave me quite a chuckle for a 6th round pick. Was he number 4? Where I know he was drafted in the top 10. I can't remember where though.
He was really high. I don't remember, but yeah. So
no. Oh, that reminded me. Before we go, did you, James, see that Eberflus? I already forgot his first name. Matt Eberflus is going to be our assistant head of defense this year.
Wait, Eberflus, he was a
Cowboys DC last year, Bears head coach for 3 years before that.
Oh, he's going to be your what?
He is going to be directly answering to Morris as the assistant head of defense.
And you guys think you're going to the Super Bowl this year? Morris as your defensive coordinator.
Raheem Morris is a really good defensive coordinator.
And Eberflus is answering to him, and oh my gosh.
We have quietly been a defensive coordinator rehab because the defensive coordinator for the Saints is that guy that was the Chargers coach that spent 1 year with us.
Staley.
Yeah, Staley. And now Gus Bradley is going to be the defensive coordinator for Robert Saleh in Tennessee. And so now we're just keeping that train moving, and now we're going to rehab Eberflus.
What wasn't there a guy that was the North Carolina like interim head coach that you guys like just kind of like trickled away and said after the season, like, you know, you did not do what we wanted you to do. You did your own thing, even though we hired you to do your own thing.
Wilkes,
yes. like where was the defensive coordinator rehab with that guy? Because
that went poorly.
That did go poorly. So
not as bad as it could have been, but it also was not as good as it could have been. That was a clear clashing of methodology that we made the most of. It could have gone way worse off the rails than it actually did, but I was very happy when we fired him.
Yeah,
because it clearly wasn't working.
Yeah.
So we'll see with this Raheem Morris Eberflus thing here, because
say what you will, the Falcons defense was not bad last year. They actually had a pretty good defense.
Okay.
They just have a broken left-handed quarterback.
Can I just say outro music, River Road, Justin Music?
Yes, guys, we will. Our schedule. I'll end it here with housekeeping. Our schedule is going to be a little wonky. I am expecting a child. We were already talking about doing our on and off schedule like we've been doing the last 3 years, but I'm not going to promise anything. My child is due literally the day of the draft, so yeah.
Serious.
Yeah, my daughter is due the day of the draft, so
April 18th or April 20th?
20th, yeah. No, my
daughter married on April 20th.
Yep. That's my anniversary
really?
too. Yeah, that's my anniversary.
Oh, how cool.
Yep.
How
and
cool! How cool that your daughter's birthday is also your anniversary. Like she just
Yep.
said, "Nope, you are not having an anniversary. This is my birthday."
She's already my wife's already told me we can't name our daughter after our first round draft pick that day. So but bigger picture, the schedule is going to be a little wonky. We're going to still try to have some content, some sort of consistency, but when things are out of sync, assume it's me.
Yeah.
But
you are the only one that can produce this show, so it does fall on your hands.
Yeah.
You know what though, Dan, if you can somehow figure out a way to teach me to do what you do via the internet, and how you communicate.
Just give up now, Dan. Just give up now.
I
know where you're sitting. That was really funny though.
I have iMovie, so I don't have like fancy equipment. I have iMovie. I may be able to make it happen. If you want to teach me,
we can try to figure something out.
Try to keep the show going, even if it's Eric. Then
no. Our draft expert actually texted me the other day, but that's for off mic. We're we're over time. But yeah, we will see you, viewers and listeners, when we see you next. James,
outro music, River Road, Justin Youth.
Keep enjoying the off season, everybody.
River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long. River Road, where have all the women gone? Have they kissed her hand and waved you bye-bye? Have they thought about crossing your double yellow lines? River Road, they love the way you whine and cry.